Once again, new series for us here, the Midwest Days of Thunder Cup Series. Well, good afternoon, good evening, good morning. Rocky Game 150 brought to you by Jinx Shifters. Well, good afternoon, good evening, good morning. Jason over here, Signature Esports.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to
I'll look it up right now.
Third race here in the Arca series for the playoffs. Come down to the nitty gritty as far as standings go, and looking at the standings before we went live here, it's really coming down to Skylar and Dusty. These last two races with Blake Bingham and Eric Warren possibly having a chance going into next week if they can pull out a win or just a decent finish, and Dusty and Skylar not do too well. Tonight I am joined by Ethan Flanagan and Jesse Holmes. What's going on, guys?
How's it going?
What's up?
So, I know as short tracks go, track temperatures can get hot as well as tempers go. So, how many other cautions do we think we're going to have here tonight? 100 laps of racing.
I'm not sure. I mean, it could either be a wreck fest or it could be a wreck fest at the end or a wreck fest at the beginning. Who knows? I mean, it's a short track. There could be a long run in the middle or at the beginning or at the end.
I'm going over 10.
You're going
I
to say
think
over 10 in a 100 lap race. Wow.
Over 10.
You know,
I think these guys won it and they're going to be on each other's bumpers. Like Ethan said, it's a short track.
Yeah, I can't judge you there too much. The last time I had you, you said a certain number. I can't remember what track it was.
It was under 3.
It was under 3 at Atlanta, correct, and we ended up having 2.
Yep.
So, it should be interesting here. North Wilkesboro, not the easiest track to drive on, especially in these Arca cars. If you're not careful coming out of the turns, you can lose it. And it's also, since it is a short track, once you start losing it, it's pretty much impossible to save the car. So, with North Wilkesboro being a pretty narrow track, especially on a front stretch, we might see some Daytona and Talladega-sized pileups going on.
Yeah, it is a narrow track, and it's tough to get around if you don't practice here or haven't put down, a lot of laps to feel your way around it, because while it is narrow, it's also slick. And, yeah, it's just a tough track to get around.
Well, I got to get ready for qualifying. Let's go ahead and take a look at the races for tonight. Well, tonight, whatever you want to call it. So I don't have the right settings turned on right now, so I'll have to go to this as well. Track temperature is currently sitting at 97 degrees, a pretty hot track temperature here tonight. This is a 0.63 mile track, so it's a little bit longer than a place like, let's say, Martinsville, but the action's always going to be the same. As I think they set it up for open qualifying, so that should make qualifying very interesting here. They did. It's going to be open qualifying.
Oh, wow. How about that?
I don't know how it would feel having to qualify open qualifying on a short track, because you could have a fast lap going on, someone spin out in front of you, hit them, or if they barely touch you, any exit will avoid that lap attempt. So we're actually going to go ahead and ride around with the number 8 of Dusty Applin, currently sitting in the points lead with a 7-point gap between him and Skylar Carnes. See right there, Dusty getting a little loose coming out of turn 4. Luckily able to turn it down and let everyone keep going on their lap. Go ahead and go on board with the 47 Skylar Carnes here. I don't know if you've driven here in Arca car yet, Jesse, but I know for sure Ethan has, dude. Talk us through, other than getting loose, the difficulties of racing here in the Arca car.
You guys got me?
Yeah.
Yep.
You can hear me?
Yep.
Okay, so this track is pretty tough, and you know a track I actually related to? Richmond. Because Richmond is the same way as this track. You can run the bottom, you can run the middle, and sometimes you can run the high lane. And it's just tough because it's slick. It's always slick. And the banking makes it really hard to get a good drive off, because you're always going to spin the tires no matter what. And that's a Richmond thing. It's a Richmond and a Wilkesboro thing. And that's what makes this track tough. It's really just another Richmond.
Now, would you say the drive off the turns is more slick coming out on the high side or coming out of the turn down low?
I'd say it's a little more difficult on the high side.
I think I would have to agree with you there. Just because you can feel like you can carry so much more speed than what you're actually carrying. But in the meantime, while we were talking, Skylar Carnes actually comes away with the current fast time of 18.87. Dude, that's faster than we were running on Monday night. Holy cow.
18.853 to be exact. He cooked it. And he's back out on the track again.
Wow, that is a fast lap.
And then Dusty's like, here, I'll fall in behind you. Now Skylar, I think he's trying to get a fast lap here because he needs that bonus point for qualifying on pole. Any point is gonna help. Any points are gonna help him out going into next week at Homestead, as didn't quite have the race he wanted last week at Watkins Glen. So he's trying to make up a point gap right now.
And he just ran 18.802.
Did he just increase his time?
He did. He just put down a quicker lap.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I mean, he's been
we
the
got
guy.
somebody stopped in the front stretch.
He's been the guy to beat all season. Every race, but I believe Talladega, he has been in the podium finishing spot. So I'm pretty sure he's loving the spotlight coming up here every week.
You know, there's always that one race that is just, you know, the down race for a lot of, you know, guys that are really good that season, and it's always Talladega. I mean,
Well,
I can see why.
the kicker is, dude, he still got a top 5 there. Like, he didn't get the podium finish, but he still got a top 5. I want to say he got 5th. I might be wrong on that, though.
Jarrett Marlin won that race, right?
I don't know. Shoot.
Oh, it was Jarrett Marlin. It wasn't Gavin driving the 7. It was Jarrett Marlin.
That's my in-race reporter. He's unfortunately not here tonight. So,
Yeah, he definitely won that race. He was doing really good that race. Didn't he lose the lead coming into the tri-oval and then regain it?
Man, my memory's worse than someone with Alzheimer's. I have horrible memory. Or I think not Alan. Yeah, I think it's Alan would say something about missed point decks or something at one point in time, you know, something like that. But anyways, qualifying getting pretty much wrapped up here. The way open qualifying works, if you're on a lap on a white flag fleet, you're allowed to finish that lap up. So,
Skylar just put down.
Almost got a really fast lap. It's just he hit the wall off of turn 4.
18.746. In the
Skylar
world.
he went out one more time just to go ahead and put that down. He went out one more time. I watched him go in, get 4 tires, and then come back out and do it again.
I think he's like I think he's like, hey guys, who you guys talking about? Let's see how fast I can go. Anyway, Skylar Carnes pulling away with that pole and that nice, sweet extra bonus point with an 18.746. Dusty Applin qualifying second. You got Tyler Merritt and Francisco Villarreal in the second row. Row 3, you have Grandpa Bill and Bob Gallagher. Row 4, you have Rob Nickel and Ryan Simone. Row 5, Blake Bingham and Tristan Sugg. Row 6, Cody Coburn and Grandpa Cecil. And then row 7, Richard Gray, Thomas Stanley. To round out the field, you have Eric Warman and Josh Grosso. Eric playing a safe move as well, knowing he needs points. He didn't qualify, so he's going to start in the rear.
So, you know another thing I have to say about this track that makes it just like Richmond? The strategy. Now, you can take 2 tires, 0 tires, 4 tires, but you have to make it work somehow. Because if you're not fast enough on 4 tires, you can't regain track position. But if you're too slow on old tires, you're going to lose track position, the track position you gained.
Yes and no on that aspect, because if you're the only one pitted after a pretty decent green flag run, everyone else is going to be really tight going into the corners, and you're going to be able to drive the wheels off of it. So I think late race, if no one else is pit and you see that throughout the race and you pit late race, it could be the winning strategy. But I think we got two pace laps here at North Wilkesboro. All eyes will be on that 47 and that 8. They have been putting on the show all season long. Really been the 2 dominating guys all season long. Francisco being a newcomer, he's been strong since he came in. And another guy, keep an eye on, is that 23 of Josh Grosso. He's really starting to come on strong these last couple of weeks.
They're 1 to green, right?
They are 1 to green this time by.
Yeah, pace car's about to pull off. We're about to go racing in North Wilkesboro, guys. Short track racing, here we go.
Always a good time, and we are green.
And I don't know what happened as a 53, but he held that whole outside line up, and that opened the door for these 3 to kind of pull away early on. I think another thing I should ask you guys is, when you're restarting the race, do you prefer outside or inside?
Well, it can go both ways because the outside checks up a lot, and the inside just doesn't get the run off the corner.
Skylar Carnes already put in a little bit of a gap on between him and the number 8 machine.
But yeah, about...
Go ahead. He's getting that bonus point for leading the lap, and if I'm Skylar, I'm doing everything I can to make sure Dusty does not lead a lap. Skylar's trying to get as many bonus points possible here tonight.
But yeah, restarts. It really depends on who's leading that lane. If it's somebody who's gonna check up on the restart, then it's normal to check up on the restart because of the breaking point. Some guys don't really know that you can send it that far on the high side.
Francisco's looking to the inside of the 8 car. I think the 8 got a little loose off that corner exit, and that opened the door for Francisco.
Tyler Merritt in the 53 looking to get around that 8 car. Go ahead.
But yeah, if you're on the inside, you're probably not going to get a good run off turn 2. It's just hard to decide which lane's the best. They're both pretty equal. They both have their bad issues and good things about them.
It also depends on where you're at too.
Yeah, like if you're on the outside and you nail the restart, you're gonna have the lead.
In the meantime, these top 4 guys, they have built a huge gap over the second pack, led by the 44 of Bob Gallagher. Right behind him, you have the number 85 of Mr. Grandpa Bill. So these guys are kind of getting their own little pack going, and that's allowing the 47 crew to drive away. Currently 3 seconds ahead of the 5th place car. Ooh, 36 and Ryan Simone getting a little looser coming off the turn. I gotta give this kid credit. This kid, he hasn't had I would say too much of good finishes, but he has had consistent top 10s all season long, which put him in the playoffs. I believe he's currently sitting 6th in points, which is the big turnaround. Rob Nickel gets loose coming off of turn 4 there. Not going to bring out a caution. He's going to keep it down low, and that front end of that car is destroyed.
We got a battle for the lead. Turn 4.
Yeah, Francisco Villarreal not gonna let Skylar Carnes drive off at all.
So fun to see with Francisco. Apparently, you got to roll the R's in his last name. I can't roll R's.
I might be able to. I just
Don't want to try it.
I can't roll the R's on that name. Never mind. We'll just call him Francisco.
Yeah, that's a tough break for the number 6 Rob Nickel. Qualified pretty good, and these Arca cars, I think one of the things I dislike about them the most is they cannot take a hit. The damage model on these cars is, I can't call it terrible because it's pretty realistic, but it's annoying at best.
Yeah. Wow, he's really fighting this 47. This is really a battle. I mean, he's been on his inside a few times. He's just, you know, like I said, the inside's not very good on corner exit.
Yeah,
It's a short track thing.
Skylar Carnes is still putting down 19.0 lap times right now on the 13th lap. See, we put down this last 19.14 as Francisco turned around. He ran a 19.0. And if you're Francisco, I'm pretty sure he's giving Skylar plenty of room. No one was at stake for Skylar having to place well tonight to have a chance at the championship next week. Or, no, 2 weeks from now.
But yeah, the way you pass here is just like Richmond. If you can get to their outside,
The yellow
you
flag
can.
is
Oh,
out.
caution's out.
Caution is out. Looks like Tristan Sugg having issues out on track. Tristan Sugg in that number 11. Like, Kodiak. Come on, Tristan.
It looks like.
Ooh, that's hard to
Rob
tell. I don't know if Tristan Sugg just overshot his breaking point or the 33 of Cody Coburn came down.
This caution's a bad break for Rob Nicole because he's 2 laps down by the time this caution came out.
I think Cody Coburn came down just a smidge more than what he was expecting. I mean, my apologies. Correction, the 11 overshot his breaking point. That's what I meant to say, and I said something else. So 11 just missing his breaking point, locking the tires, and nowhere for Cody to go. So, 16 laps on tires. Do you pit? I say if you're in mid-pack or further, yes. I don't know if I would agree with the leaders pitting. But let's say if you're someone like Thomas Stanley, Blake Bingham, Richard Gray, I would pit if I was those guys. Speaking of Richard, I saw his car during practice. You know, I had to go to his car, give him a little slack here and crap. He went from one water beer to the next. Went from Michelob to Pabst.
Yeah, I'd say there's 2 little laps on the tires to pit right now. It's just a little too early in the race to, you know, start mixing up that strategy and, you know, having people stay out, you know, go in. I'd just say they do what the leader does.
Yeah, another thing I forgot to mention is you do see a lot of these guys running some throwback schemes. We did that Monday night, and there are quite a few out here tonight really liking that 42 machine of Thomas Stanley, as well as a Rusty Wallace throwback scheme that Blake Bingham's running here tonight.
Oh, hey, I ran that scheme on Monday. Well, not that scheme, but a Rusty Wallace scheme. Oh, Rob Nicole has the lucky dog. He's only 1 lap down now.
Well, not down that lap. He might get back pretty quickly here.
You know, if he's going to make a mistake, now would actually be the best time.
While we're under caution, everyone do not forget tomorrow night AAA Broadcasting Crew will be live at 9 p.m. for the final race in a round of 8. Some people trying to get locked into the championship race at Kentucky. I do not believe a playoff driver won last week. I want to say it was William Brown, so no one is guaranteed locked into that championship race yet. That will be at Richmond Raceway. And then we are actually racing next Monday in Xfinity. That will be our championship race. You're going to have Al Corey, Angel Hernandez, Kevin Biggs, and Andrew Kolb all fighting it out for the championship. The way it's going to work, whoever finishes ahead of the other 3 is going to win the championship. They don't have a win, but a win would be nice to cap off a season. So don't forget to tune in for that.
Okay, so the 24, if he launches just right, he can easily take the lead off of turn 2. It's if he launches just the right way.
This is where track position comes into play, and you were talking about on the restarts where you're at.
There we go. He got
Ryan
the restart.
Simone not getting the best restart there. He was right on the back bumper of the 8 and might have spun his tires a little bit there. But the 47 has such a great roll through that corner. Easily clears the 24 of Francisco. Everyone's just stacking up behind him. Let's go ahead and go look at this battle back between Ryan Simone, Josh Grosso, and Thomas Stanley. Oh, Ryan Simone gets in the corner a little too high. Gets in the back of Josh Grosso.
The yellow flag is out.
Yellow flag's gonna come out. I don't believe anyone else was involved in that. I saw that happen in real time, actually.
Ryan just got into the left rear of him.
Oh, the radio's.
Oh, are they going off already?
I was gonna say, they're getting a little radioactive over here.
Who's mad at who? Was that 23 yelling at the 6?
I'm not sure who's really mad at who. I just heard the 42 say that he wants that guy who just spun out to keep his car on the pavement.
I don't know what that means, but all right.
Yeah, me neither. I can't really make any sense of it. And we got
Tempers
an
are gonna
apology.
flare. We're at a short track where tempers are gonna flare. Guys are gonna run into each other.
It's always the saying at short track, you know, I don't know what gets harder, the track or the tempers, because they both go up pretty dang high.
Yeah.
So
No,
this is,
unless you're racing at night in Martinsville, that's a cooler track temp, those hot temperatures. Hot tempers.
hot temperatures. So the 24 is gonna have another shot to nail this restart. I don't think he
had a shot. I think Skyler has such a great roll through the corners, and he's able to hit the gas so much sooner the way he's entering the corner. I don't think even on the outside Francisco has a shot. For Francisco to have a shot, he would need to be leading the race, coming to a caution flag.
Yeah, but the thing is, I don't think Francisco's like really trying to send it into the turn 1 that hard yet, but he can. It's there. I just don't think he wants to do that right now. Probably at the end of the race.
We're already on lap 24 though. Wow, that's crazy. We are already on lap 24 of 100. A quarter of the race done basically already.
But yeah, if he wants to, he can really send it into that outside groove, and if he gets to that outside quarter panel, that limits Skyler's exit.
Wait,
and makes him get out of the throttle.
Did Rob Nickel not get his lap back?
I'm not sure.
Was it?
Apparently not. We
Hold
should be
on.
1 to green now.
Hold on. What happened with Rob Nickel there? He should have his lap back. I'm not quite
Pace
sure what
car
happened
comes
there.
out of 4.
Did he get involved?
I just want to can go back and look. I don't want to rewind it too much.
Here, I'll go back and look.
Yeah, because he's the only guy lap down, I want to say.
He's running that magnificent Days of Thunder scheme, the Superflow motor oil car.
Yeah, there's a lot of Days of Thunder out here. You got Dusty Applin running one. Thomas Stanley's running another one. Hey, I'm pretty sure when we said throwbacks, we meant NASCAR throwbacks, not movie throwbacks. Just saying.
Oh, he got an X in that wreck.
Did he seriously? Oh, that's a tough break for Rob Nickel.
He didn't even get into the car that was wrecking. He just got neck coated into.
Green,
Pace car goes off, and we are green again.
Oh, Dusty all over the back bumper of the 47.
Francisco takes full advantage of it going down to the turn 2.
Now, I will give Dusty...
Fine.
I will give Dusty props there. He did the right thing. He knew he got him loose on the restart. Dusty backed off and let not Francisco, Skyler have the position. So sportsmanship move right there. But I'm pretty sure Skyler's not too happy about it as it cost him to leave.
He did get out of it. It could have been disastrous for Skyler Carnes, but it looked like Dusty got out of the throttle just enough in time, to not spin him out. as Francisco's really starting to drive away now and make it his race, as he nailed that restart like you were talking about.
I think he can count the number 8 for an assist for leading the race right now.
Oh wow, the 24 is pulling away.
He nailed that restart just like you were talking about, Ethan.
I think Skyler might have used up his stuff, and he was only able to keep in front of the 24 because he had the racing line.
Did he spin the tires? I'm gonna go back and look.
Unlike Xfinity on Monday night, it's really hard to get an outside lane going in these cars. These cars are really dependent on that low line here. When we ran Xfinity, you could run the outside lane to just eat your tires up.
Wait, so I remember racing Arca here, and I remember that I could launch every time on the outside lane, and that was the preferred restart lane. And I beat the leader every time. But whenever I was the leader, I got beat every time somebody was on the outside. You know, it was Alan Brown at the time, but that's where I found out the outside is really good on restarts if you do it right.
And we're keeping an eye on the 113 to Eric Warman, one of the guys kind of in a chance to win, to be in contention for the championship going into next week. But he needs a really good finish here and have to hope both Skyler and Dusty do not finish too high. But
I went back to the replay. Went back to the replay of the restart. Skyler just spun his tires.
Dude, the 11 got loose. I don't know if he spun or not. Tristan Sugg is fighting the loose race car right now. He's gotten loose a couple times the last few laps. Look, a good battle going on here between the 32, the 47, and the 2 machine.
Oh, we got a car around. The 110 of Richard Gray.
110 that went around, but no caution is out. Go back and take a look what happened there.
He just lost it coming out of 4.
I hate it when guys like him spin out. I mean,
yeah.
No.
Oh, Tristan sucks on snuck through that.
Yeah, you know, you hate it whenever those guys spin out. You know, they're just trying to have fun, you know.
But we got a big bundle of cars back here. I know we got a battle for the lead. Actually, no, not really, but we have a pack of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 or 8 cars all within
6.
Oh,
6.
wow.
The 6 was just in the way of the leaders and was really slow on the bottom line. He definitely lost a lap there. But,
yeah.
That was a really close call. That would have been a caution if he was a bit slower.
Blake Bingham starting to slow down a little bit here. Might have used up his tires as he is getting passed by this train of cars. He's just sticking to the bottom trying to run his race and stay out of trouble.
Wow, Skyler's starting to lose all of his speed through the center of the corner that he had earlier. He's entering a lot earlier into the corner, and the 24 is kind of arcing the corner.
Well, actually, Skyler Carnes that last lap by was a little bit faster than the 24. As the 24 basically gained the time that he lost to Skyler that last lap.
Yeah, but he's gaining the time on the straightaways because, like if you run a lap where you gain time on straightaways, it's still not really. It doesn't look like a fast lap.
I tell you what, these two guys, they're running 19.4. Everybody else is running a 19.7 or a 19.8. So they're running almost half a second quicker than everybody else out on track. We're coming up to the halfway mark here. And I'm sorry, but if the caution comes out now, you have to pit. I don't see how not pitting would benefit you with how old these tires are right now.
And if this race were to be a caution fest, I don't think. Well, yeah, if this race isn't a caution fest, there's only been caution's out, right as I say it. I got
the curse. Looks like the 11 of Tristan Sugg had some issues there. Saw him slow out on track. Yep, 11 getting loose, coming out of turn 2 play, dang it.
If the caution were to come out, the curse, it's back.
That's That's a weird caution. Oh, no, maybe not. He was stopped pretty much on track. Never mind. So, caution out. I mean, I would pit. Especially if I'm Tyler, Ryan, Thomas, even Dusty. I would for sure pit here.
Oh, they're coming down for the road.
And they're coming down. Let's see if we have any people stay out. I don't see anyone staying out, to be honest. I think everyone's coming to pit. As I say that, the 33 of Cody Coburn, he decides he wants to stay out. That is going to cause some drama. That's the best way to put it there.
Hey, if you have the chance to be the control car, take it.
That's right.
You know, it's not like he's staying out and, you know, being in second place where he's not the control car. But he's actually got a shot because he's the control car.
You're right. But you also got to remember this. He's on old tires. He's probably going to spin the tires. And in Mdot, you go on green. So it's not like an official race where you can go whenever you want. In Mdot, you have to go on green. So it's not really benefit with him being the only one staying out. Now, if he had another person stay out, as 11, he might have took two. No, he's a lap down, I believe.
Wow, the 47 beat the 24 off pit road.
47 having a better pit stop, but Tyler Merritt comes out in front of the 47. Did Tyler Merritt take two tires?
I have to look at his stop. If you count 7 seconds in his pit box, oh yeah, he took 2 tires. Or it would be an 8-second stop.
Well, he came out in front. He was behind Dusty when that caution came out. He jumped 4 positions on pit road.
Huh. Yeah, he took 2 tires. You know, that's not a bad idea because you already have guys staying out. And if you can get past them, then you should be fine.
So Rob Nichols should get a lap back here. Tristan Suggs a lap down, but he did bring up that caution. Wait, no, I'm confused. He's not getting his lap back again. What in the world?
Not the night for Rob Nickel that he's wanted to have.
No, early mistake. Mistake early on kind of has put him 2 laps down. Put him 2 laps down. He got one back, and they got put another lap down.
We are 1 to green.
1 to green. We got someone who did not pit, and someone who I want to say only took 2 tires. And then you got all the fast guys behind you.
Oh yeah, I just heard Cody Coburn pop it in a second gear. He's definitely preparing for this restart. As we
I'm not no psychic, but I think there might be a caution pretty quick this time by. Tyler's Merritt's car says it all. Just send it, and we are green again. Skylar Carnes doing the veteran thing. He is laying off
Good restart
of the 24 or the 33. My bad. Skylar Carnes, he's gonna get the lead as he comes out of 3 and 4. I would predict. As Tyler Merritt, they're 3 wide going through 3 and 4 right now. Dusty Applin jumps in front of the 24 of Francisco. Oh, the 42, 113 around the 8 and the 33 around. Holy
big one.
Parking lot.
You called it, Isaac, but not in the way that we wanted to see it. That was rough.
That was 2 wrecks in 1.
Cars involved.
The 8 kind of sent it in a little too hard there, going into turn 1, and then you had the 42 and the 113 have issues as well.
Not what we wanted to see.
I'm not quite sure what happened. Oh, the 36 took a hard hit there. As there's gonna be no Licky Dogs. Both the 6 and 11 involved in that one.
Yeah, I counted about 4, 5, 6 cars in that wreck.
That's a hard one to call between the 113 and the 42.
Yeah.
The 42 looked like he was trying to come down to run his racing line, and the 113 just had his nose barely in there. I mean, he can strike that up at the racing deal.
Tyler Merritt
That's
got
Justin Malarkey says my crew chief better never give me 2.
Yeah, Tyler Merritt just got super lucky with that 2-tire call.
Yeah, but I don't know if it's going to benefit him. I mean, we'll see this restart. You're going to have Francisco and Skylar both on the inside here. So, and I know if I'm Skylar, I'm loving seeing that 8 all the way back in 13th place right now. give me the points. And if I'm the 113 of Eric Warman, I'm hoping something happens to Skylar Carnes, because that's going to open the door for him and Blake Bingham to make up some points going into next week. And for everyone not tracking, the way the Arca playoffs work is everyone started the season the playoffs evened out on points. And then from the start of the race at Dega, it was basically a short 4-race shootout for the championship. I said they're on even playing field, but first place going into the playoffs, they had 16 points. Second place had 15, all the way down to 16th place having 1. So it's just a 4-race shootout, and next week we will decide the champion. And depending on what the points look like, you technically do not have to beat the other guy. You just have to finish within a certain amount of spots of him.
Huh. But yeah, when you said that they all start out with 0 points at the beginning of the season, I mean, you're not wrong.
I think Tyler Merritt's logo on his hood says it all for him right now. Just send it.
It's not up top too.
I'll take a quick look, see where Tyler Merritt's currently sitting. Tyler Merritt currently... Oh, he's not even in the playoffs. Yes, Tyler Merritt... Yeah, so his logo says all. Just send it. I ain't got nothing to lose. Not saying like he's going to wreck someone, but, I mean, he's going all out. He has nothing to lose. He's not in a championship race, so he's like, why not stay out and give these guys a run for their money?
You know, his 2-tire call looks smart now, because now we're going to have cautions that are just coming out, you know?
We'll see. We will see. We always know Tabor loves saying, cautions bring cautions.
Pace car's off.
Green.
Green flag is out. Let's see what the kind of launch of 53 gets.
Topside checking up bad.
You know, and that no pit strategy by Cody might pay off as well. Ooh, 53 getting really loose coming out of turn 2 there. Let's go get ahead and see what's going on with the number 8 of Dusty Applin trying to make his way back through the field. Restarted 13th. He's still back there in 12th place. Just past Ryan Simone. Now working on the inside of the 110 of Richard Gray.
Oh, the 32 went around. The 32 just went around by himself. No caution. As it was just him involved. He got loose on his own. Now we got a caution.
That is such a weird caution because he was out on...
He went around on his own.
Oh, we got a wreck under caution.
Uh-oh.
It looked like it was Richard Gray involved in that one. And Rob Nicole. Oh, no. Caution came out, and something had happened here with Richard Gray. Oh, he spun out. Oh, and the 8 collected in that. The 42, the 8, the 6. And I hate to say it for Rob Nickel, but I want to say he might be adequate fixes. Let's go see what happens with 32 here.
Oh, we got some chatter on the radio.
Oh, the tempers are flaring.
Dusty Applin not happy.
I mean, when you're in a position like Dusty, I'll say this from experience. Playoff racing at a short track like this, I mean, you'll have tempers, but when you're in a playoff situation, it's 10 times worse. It's because on a race like this, you do bad, it's going to open the door up for Skylar Carnes to have the points lead going into Homestead.
Oh, we got a lucky dog coming around.
Oh, we got a lucky dog. Just so getting his lap back. As Rob Nickel, I'm pretty sure, is out of the race.
Oh, yep, he just disconnected.
Rob, the highlight reel Nickel, unfortunately not the race he wanted. And for any guys wondering why I call him the highlight reel, go back and watch the Indy race, and then go back and watch the race prior to it.
Vegas.
Was it Vegas? I can't remember what race it was. He had like the save of the year for Mdot, and then
he had the unlucky.
And then he had the wreck of the century. Period on iRacing.
Oh yeah, if that car was real, man, you would have died.
That save. That save should have been on iRacing top 10.
I want to say I had one of you guys in the booth with me that race when he saved it. And I think I was broadcasting by myself when the Indy race happened, but that save
was for another driver.
Wow.
But yeah, I saw that hit. It was massive. I mean, if that car was the real life car, that would have not been fun to watch.
Also, just a quick reminder, these group of drivers, they only got one more race left together here in Arca, and they're all, majority of them are moving up the trucks. There are a few heading to Xfinity, and with the racing these guys have put on these last 4 or 5 races, I am really excited to see what they can do in trucks. A little bit easier of a vehicle to drive here on iRacing.
Oh, we got some singing on the radio.
We got some what?
Singing.
Who the heck is singing?
The 85.
Oh, God. I was trying to say.
So we got peppers flaring, and we got singing, too.
So I'm really excited to see what these guys can do in trucks. This race has gone phenomenally well. Yeah, we've had 5 cautions. We've had some really long green flag runs. You compare it to a race like Martinsville, we went to the Natural Fairgrounds. They have cleaned up their racing tenfold, and really excited to see what these guys can do next season in the trucks.
Oh, I just realized the 24 is restarting on the outside. We know what this means. He might get a great jump. Pace car's
We'll
off.
see. We'll see.
Look who's on his inside. Let's see if he doesn't spin those tires again. We're green.
Great start.
Holy
Great
cow, that
start.
was a great launch by the 24. But Skylar Carnes, he's going to have that preferred racing line down low. They're going to be door-to-door coming out of turn 2. Still side by side.
This is great action.
Oh, these guys have put on a show these last couple of weeks between these two. Skylar Carnes finally able to clear him coming out of turn 4. Francisco, shockingly enough, did not pull a crossover move there. I was expecting a crossover. He's falling back quick as Cody Coburn getting a little loose collecting it. But these guys are battling it out hard, and they've already built a half-second lead over the 53 of Tyler Merritt.
You know, that 2-tire call makes him look really smart now because he's still...
Oh, the 85 going around.
Oh, we might get a caution.
85 of Home Alone.
Nope, no caution.
No caution. Trying to save it.
And he's back out on the track.
You know, when the 85 spins out, he probably does the whole Home Alone thing like, no!
I think he stopped his singing by then.
There's no music. There's no singing in the Home Alone. What the heck? But 24 and the 47 still putting on a show. Everyone's kind of single filed out from here. Let's go check in with the 8 of Dusty Applin, currently running in 8th place.
The 33.
Quite a bit of damage there on that number 8 machine. I know it's for sure affecting the way his car is handling right now.
Oh, wow.
As he is driving the wheels off that thing. Yellow is out. Washington number 8 machine. Looks like Ryan Simone has some problems there. And that number 36 machine. Oh, looks like he might have got some help from that 32 machine. Coming out of turn 2 there.
I heard the 32 saying that everybody was blinking.
That might be true. I was having some issues going to the 36 there.
Wow. Yeah, that 53 looks super smart now. He can get back on strategy now and get 4 fresh tires if they all pit.
I tell you who really needs to pit. I think that 8 of Dusty Apple needs to pit and use that quick fix. 24 is coming to pit road. Oh, he faked him out. 8 is coming. No. Okay, everyone faked me out. 33 and the number 2. 33 finally coming in for some fresh set of Goodyear tires. As long as the 85 of Grandpa Bill, he is coming in for service.
Race Control just came on the radio and said something about internet.
Yeah, the 36 got taken out by somebody that was blinking hard. I can't even... actually, the 36 was blinking.
Yeah.
And the 32 just driving behind him ended up getting into him.
Yeah, that's just unlucky. I mean, internet, I wish it wasn't so, like, such an interference in iRacing, you know?
I agree. It's, yeah. But, Twig not having the best of luck there on the ping side of things.
I would keep an eye on the 8 machine of Dusty Applin. I know he's pissed, and I know when you're pissed, you start overdriving that car. You start driving a little bit harder, and he might be making mistakes, or he might be giving some people the bumper, being impatient. We'll see. Dusty usually seems like he's a level-headed person, and can keep his race car under control, but when tempers are flaring and the playoffs are on the line, the championship's on the line, you tend to make some more mistakes than what you're usually making. I would know.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you know, Dusty's an aggressive driver, and you know a lot of people like that, and I like it. And
what do you mean? What do you mean? No. I don't like aggressive drivers.
Well, I mean,
you know, whether it's I race or I'm out on the road, man, someone's driving me too aggressively, I ain't afraid to show them a certain finger, you know.
yeah. But you gotta remember, sometimes aggressiveness wins races, and clean racing doesn't.
No, don't get wrong. There's times to be aggressive, but there's times to not be aggressive. Like, for example, you're coming into turn 1 on lap 1, and you're putting it 3 wide. Like, the heck are you doing? Come on now. Like, situations like this, coming to 26 to go on this restart, a guy like Dusty Applin, knowing he's already losing some points to Skyler because he led laps and got pole, he might be in survival mode right now. So he might be driving pretty aggressively. As when we get a chance, we'll take a look at the quickest lap, see who has that.
The 24's got another shot to take the lead here.
Yeah, 24 got a great launch last time. We'll see how this one goes.
Oh, better restart, not the 47.
They kind of got an even restart there, but the 47 is going to go into turn 1. 3 wide by the 8. I was just talking about that. Yellow's going to come out.
Out again. What number caution is this? Number 7?
7, number 7. The 8
Okay.
putting it 3 wide. No, that's not even what brought out the caution. I thought this was what brought. My apologies, Justin. If you go back and watch this, that's not even what brought out the caution.
Oh,
Looks like it was a 32 that brought out the caution.
Whoa.
The 33 and 32 get into it, going into turn 1.
I didn't know the race control could get pissed.
Race control is cracking down on the number 8 machine.
Okay. So here's what I don't agree with, right? We're just talking about aggressive driving. Yes. Was the 8 being a little aggressive? Yes. But that was not the cause of caution. So, don't know if I really agree with the call about them getting on the 8 for that. I mean, I don't know. I guess yes and no. I mean,
we just heard race control come over the radio and tell the 8 and the 113 to knock that
Crap.
leap.
Knock it off.
Oh, they must have been going at it then before that.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, race control is not happy. I didn't know you could piss off race control.
Well, okay, so here's the thing. I've been in the shoes for race control in our dirt series, and it's not as easy as everyone thinks it is. It is actually it's pretty stressful thing to do, especially when you're in a series like Arca, having to decide who causes out a caution. I haven't seen Pimp Pair throw out any EOLs lately. I think he's been trying to lay off on that. But when they do decide EOLs, you know, it's hard to decide who or what caused the wreck on close situations. And then it's a pain in the butt job to keep everyone calm, because when everyone starts getting heated and they don't want to shut up, it's not an easy job. So, I mean, they're doing what they need to do to keep him calm. I thought they were getting on the 8 because he put it 3 wide, which I don't agree with personally, but I get why he's doing it.
I mean, to be honest, I did that on the last restart on Monday night, and it actually helped me avoid a wreck. I mean, it was the last restart, so I mean, there's times to do that, and there's times to not do that.
So while we're under caution, taking a look at the fastest lap of the race by each driver. Currently, Francisco has the fastest lap with an 18.84, and Skylar Carnes fastest at 18.90. So as long as Skylar Carnes does not put in a faster lap, that's 1 point that Dusty will not have to worry about Skylar getting. Now, with Skylar possibly leading the most laps, getting pole, and leading a lap, that's 3 points out of the 7 that he needs to catch up to Dusty.
You know what I see happening right now? So since the 53 took right sides only, and Dusty's on the outside lane, who's behind a great restart master, I'd say. He might get in front of the 53, and he might get third. And if there's another restart, you know how aggressive he is.
Green flag. Green
Okay,
flag.
guys,
We go green. Keep an eye on that 8 and that 113 possible payback. As you called it out, Ethan, the 8 getting a great jump. Dropping down in front of the 53 machine. Tyler Merritt putting himself in third place. Francisco is giving Skylar a run for his money on that outside lane. They both sent it in there a little too hot, allowing that 8 to catch up, rolling through the corner. The 3 wide behind them.
Wow, you couldn't fit a piece
Oh,
of
the 11
Reckon.
just got into the back of the
Yellow flag
113.
is out.
Oh, there's maybe some more tempers.
Well,
11.
I mean, what I said came true. The 8's in third now. He's gonna be restarting behind the 47.
Like, take a look here. What happened to 11?
The 11 got in the back.
Just different
The
breaking
113.
points. Something you got to watch out for in short tracks. I think the 113 is able to keep it up. I am kind of surprised that caution came out. Because he kept it going. It might have because he slowed down a little too much.
Yeah, he was nearly stopped.
Yeah.
But yeah, yep, faking down a pit road. Goes to 24. But yeah, I mean, the 24 and the 8, they really don't miss a beat on the restarts. At least not a lot. They're really good on the restarts. I either see the 8 going way too deep into the corner and probably getting the lead that way, just sending it, you know?
So,
Or I see the 24 getting the launch.
So Francisco, he's been racing with us since the Super Speedway at Nashville. And ever since he joined, these 3 drivers in the top 3, they have put on a show everywhere they went, and especially with that show that these guys had last week at Watkins Glen. I tell you what, I can't wait for Homestead with these guys. I wish it was next week, but we got Thanksgiving next week, so.
Tire Spin City.
Oh yeah, and these Arca cars, they are loose as no other at Homestead.
I thought you were about to say something else there. But yeah, on this restart, I either see the 47 getting a good jump, I see all of them getting a good jump, I see the 24 taking the lead maybe, or I see the 8 sending it really deep into the corner, maybe like that one restart where the 24 took the lead because of the 8 and the 47. That's what I see happening.
Don't get it wrong. On that restart, 47 spun his tires bad.
You never know, he could do it again. Oh, any of them could do it. I mean, sometimes that outside lane doesn't go. And we saw in that race, sometimes the outside lane really doesn't go.
Right.
Yeah, it's weird how that works.
But currently, as it stands, if the race were to end now, my math might be off on this, but I think Dusty would have a 1-point lead going into next week.
Whew. Yeah, I hate point caps like that. It's just, it's 1 point, you know?
I hate it. I love it as a broadcaster. Shoot. Make next
I
week's
know,
race
yeah.
exciting for points, man.
Stress that comes with that. Knowing that you have 1 point, that's one position, you know?
Yeah, imagine losing the championship by 1 point. Oh, God.
One position.
One position. You know, kind of like Truex at Phoenix. One position.
Yeah, or Eric Almirola at Bristol as the pace car is about to pull off, and it is off.
Green,
So
green,
you got to
green.
restart these guys, get this time by.
Whoa,
At
that
the
was a
24 to
very
47,
even
get a
restart.
pretty even jump there, side by side going into turn 1. Thought the 8 was going to try to put 3 up, but couldn't quite get there. Skylar Khan getting a little loose coming off the turn. Still side by side going into turn 3. Ugh.
Overcooked it.
That's going to open the door for Skylar to barely clear the 24 as the 8 of Dusty Applenut working on the inside of the 24.
Way overcooked it again.
Got that line that Scott is running. He's running that exact same line.
Yeah, but Francisco, he's shown he can be fast on that middle line he's running.
Yeah.
Yeah, but sometimes he overcooks it like that one other corner, and he goes way to the outside.
Oh, we got Ishii on track. The 33 seems like he's around. Some slow traffic with the 33 and 113. I don't know if you guys are picking up any radio comp right there.
No, comms are clear.
Yeah, comms are clear.
Eric
Oh,
Norman,
wow, they're so loose off the corner.
he crashed at one point. See, back 33 getting a little bit of help from the 32 into the side of the 113. Oh, Eric Norman is not having the race he wanted to have. He's going to have to bring it to pit road and possibly use a quick fix and go a lap down.
If I was the crew chief for the 47, I'd say you got the lead, run away with it.
Hey, how about the 11? Tristan Sugg was struggling.
Yellow flag is
Caution.
out.
Caution
What do we
is
got?
out.
Let's see what
36 of Ryan Simone and Blake Bingham involved in a wreck. Oh, Blake getting loose off that turn. Oh. Hey, Ryan, you got a break, man.
Oh man, Ryan didn't even look like Twig put on the brakes, and
We see a apology. Ryan Simone said, "I'm sorry, Blake. All on me." and then Blake accepted the apology. So I guess it's all good. You know, sometimes we have.
Oh, no. Whoa, anyway, it's right there. That was almost close. Oh, wow.
If the lap car decided that right there, that the lap car would have, forced him down pit road.
I was trying to say, the 11 of Tristan Sugg for that caution came out. He was struggling the first half of the race, currently sitting in 6th place. So I think he's finally figured out this track, got to his comfort zone here, and kind of content with running where he's at. So
I'm pretty sure we're going to come back with 3 or 2 laps to go.
And as far as biggest mover goes, that point right now, if he finishes where he's at, it's going to go to the 23 machine of Josh Grosso.
Yeah, I mean, these guys are in the front are probably going to be more aggressive on this restart. More aggressive than the last restart.
Can you say caution?
hey, then it'd be 10.
I mean, this race is at Martinsville.
I mean, our race Monday ended on yellow. I don't think we're going to come to a green-white checkered here. I think we're going to go green with 4 to go maybe?
Yeah, because we can get a decent 3-lap run. But
I mean, shoot, these guys had a 13-lap run to start the race off.
Yeah, it wasn't bad. I mean, it was 13 laps, but I see either like I said, I'm sticking to what I said before. I see the 24 getting a good launch. I see all of them getting a good launch, maybe, or I just see the 8 sending it really deep.
I wish his telemetry was like the one I use for racing. That tells me the last pit lap, but I don't have this darn option.
The 53 still hasn't pitted. All right, he's still on those right sides, and can't say he's dumb for doing that. I mean, he's probably gonna get a top 5 if this race keeps going the way it is.
Take a quick look at track 10. Oh, I can't. That's right.
Yeah, he's on his way to a top 5. If he does everything right.
Bob Gallagher, he's been quiet all race, kind of kept his nose out of trouble, currently sitting in 4th place.
That was a machine that I was really looking to watch during practice, and yeah, the 44 machine definitely one that I thought would be up there in the running.
Yeah, we're gonna come back with 3 or 2 laps to go.
3 laps. 3 laps to go.
See what the restart looks like.
Green.
Green flag is out.
Oh wow, great jump.
Great jump for the 47 and the 8, kind of leaving the 24 out high and dry. Ow. But the 8 has a little bit of trouble on that corner exit. Gonna open up the gap between him and the 24 machine.
Oh,
Skylar
yeah,
Carnes gonna have to defend
yeah.
both the 24 and the 8. And he's closing laps, 2 to go this time by.
The 24 really closing ground on that 47.
Now, if you're the 24 right here, not a playoff contender, do you use the bumper? Do you use the bumper?
Coming to the white flag.
We are coming to a white flag. No caution's gonna fly.
Dude.
About a 2-car gap between the 47 and 24.
Whoa, Bob Gallen, or the 11 way overcooks the corner.
That's a 47 of Skylar Carnes. Pretty much led this thing from start to finish. He's going to come away with a checker flag here at North Wilkesboro. That's Thomas Stanley in Vito game in around turn 3 and 4 there.
Wow, another top 3 finish.
Another
we have
top 3 finish. That's another win. So he came into this race 7 points behind. Got pole position. That's 1 point. Led a lap. That's another point. Led the most lap. That's 3 points right there. Won the race. I believe that's a bonus point. And he finishes 2 points ahead of Dusty Applin. So he gained 6 points tonight. So it's either going to be a what? Hey, he's trying to do burnouts, guys. He's doing burnouts.
You don't do burnouts in traffic.
I don't think they're still racing.
Yeah.
So this is either going to be a 1 or 2 point gap between Skylar and Dusty going into Homestead.
Wow. That's
Let's look
really
at how
close.
You know, as a driver, I'm like, no, it's not what I want. As a broadcaster, I'm like, yes. Make next week or 2 weeks from now exciting.
Wow.
We're waiting for...
Wow, he is still doing burnouts.
I think he has a little too much experience doing these. How's the engine not blown yet?
Oh,
He's still going.
It might blow right here.
Let's see if is he going to try to drift this corner? No. Taking the old Alan Kawicki lap. Oh! I think his tires are roasted.
Yeah, just a little. His engine might be a little roasted too. At least one of the cylinders.
Get ready. Finish watching Skylar's little burnout here. Or whatever he's trying to do.
Oh, he's gonna do more donuts.
I think this guy knows what he just did tonight. Kind of gave himself a chance going into next week. But pretty sure he's done. So let's go ahead and bring in not our winner. Wow, there it is. Our third place finisher, Mr. Dusty Applin. What's going on, Dusty?
Going on, buddy?
Hey, man. Third place finisher here tonight. I know it's probably not the race you wanted to have. I heard from my co-broadcasters there's a little bit of commotion going on the radio there. But talk us through what's going on during this race and what you're looking forward to going into Homestead a couple weeks from now.
I mean, it's just short track racing. I mean, I knew it was going to be like this coming into this race, just like Nashville was. Just caution after caution. Just got to maintain track position and hopefully you stay in that position. But unfortunately, I got collected, and I made my way back to third. So I mean, I'll take that. It's just it's going to be a battle at the last race. It's definitely going to be a battle between, I guess, top 3 or top 2. I haven't really looked at the points after this race, but it's been a good one.
So based off the points when I looked at them and my math, I want to say it's going to be a 1 or 2 point gap between you and Skylar going into next week.
Oh, yeah.
So it's going to be a very interesting race at Homestead, dude. I don't know how you feel about that track. I know the Arca cars from experience are not the funnest to drive there, but I know as a driver you don't want that point gap that low, but as a broadcaster I'm loving it.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I'd rather have it that way rather than have, like, a big margin. I'd rather have a clean, well, I should say clean. I'd rather have a good race between 2 top guys in the league and see who can hold the tires off the most, and it's going to be a good race.
That it is, dude. You give us time for shout-outs, and a lot of these two, they ask you any questions they want to ask you.
Yeah, of course, HSR. Thanks for bringing me aboard, and I'm glad we could bring some old Days of Thunder cars to the race tonight. Hope y'all enjoyed those.
Yeah, Dusty, I wanted to say, you drove a pretty damn good race tonight. That was a great comeback. I mean, your car had quite a bit of damage on it. I mean, saw damage on the right front. Kind of looked like the suspension was a little out of whack, maybe. But, yeah, great comeback, man. I
appreciate that.
Championship.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good race. Hopefully we can get y'all some good, clean racing.
Yeah, that's all I have to say though. Yeah, great
All
race.
right.
though.
Appreciate it.
All right. Next, we'll bring in our second place finisher here tonight, Francisco Villarreal, however the heck you say his last name. What's going on, Francisco?
What's going on, Isaac?
Hey, man, heck of a race. You and Skylar Carnes put on a show, almost that whole dang race. It was really you guys and then the rest of the field. You guys had some good gaps going on between that race. I gotta ask you, man, do you feel like you could have raced him harder, or were you just trying to give him a little bit more room, knowing what position he was in, being in the playoffs and 7 points behind Dusty going into tonight?
With me and Skylar, we have an agreement. We're going to race as hard as we can against each other. In that situation, I just didn't know how to run the outside at North Wilkesboro. I just overdrove in some corners, and in some corners I would gain, and then I would lose in 3 and 4, and it just cost me. But we try and race hard, but yet keep it clean. And in some situations, I definitely did lift, and I know Dusty definitely helped me out in situations, letting me fall back in line.
Man, I gotta ask you one more thing. Coming into the closing laps on the last restart, 3 to go, were you tempted to put the bumper to him to try to get that win?
No. That's one thing I don't do. If I'm gonna get the win, I'm gonna try and do it as clean as possible. Me and him, we've raced hard we raced hard a pretty good amount, but yet we've kept it clean every time, and yet we put on quite a show every time. So, we gotta respect it and respect him as a driver in regards to that. So, definitely wouldn't give him the bumper.
All right, man, I'll let you use the time to give some shout-outs, and for these two to ask you any questions I got any.
Shout out to the Dusty and Skylar. That was some amazing racing, and shout out to the league. I know I'm new here. Luckily, I've had 3 races and 3 top 5s. So been awesome racing. Been able to perform. Just having fun. It's awesome. Shout out to you all for putting on the broadcast, and shout out to my gaming org, the St. Louis Leviathans.
So yeah, I mean, I just wanted to say, you really fired off on those restarts. I mean, it takes a little it takes a lot of effort to fire off on those restarts the way you did, because usually it just stacks up if there's somebody who doesn't really know how to fire off on the restart on the outside. But you did that really well. Like, I was surprised. I mean, I did it in the Arca car and took the lead a few times, like maybe a few seasons ago, but that was great. Like, yeah, you just did really good with that.
Yeah, I feel like what happens is a lot of people kind of keep their eye on the first place driver rather than when the green comes out. For me, I see those green dots, and it's like, all right, it's time to go. And I know on one of those restarts, it's what helped me get the lead with the fact that Skylar spun his tires and I was able to get around the outside. So those restarts were definitely crucial.
Yeah, again, good run tonight, man. That was real good racing.
Appreciate it.
I gotta ask you one more thing before I get you out of here, because ever since you joined this league, it's been the Dusty Francisco Skylar show. It seems like in the top 3. Going into next week, man, if they're battling out for the lead with 5 to go, you give them room backing off, or you trying to race them hard for the win? Because it's a 1 or 2 point gap between those two guys going into next week.
It honestly, what track is that next week?
Homestead.
Yeah, I definitely will give them more room at a track like that. At this track, it's a little more difficult just because it is North Wilkesboro, but at a track like that, and if I see it's coming down to them too, and obviously they're faster than me, I definitely get out of the way.
All right, man. Well, congrats on the second place finish. I'm not no psychic, but I'll probably see you up here next week. Not next week, 2 weeks from now, to finish out the season, dude. Talk to you later.
I already appreciate it.
All right, next we're going to bring in our race winner, Skylar Carnes. What's going on, Skylar?
Nothing much. I'm very, very happy.
Hey, man, I don't think that race could have went any better for you other than maybe Dusty finished a couple points back. I actually got the points right in front of me right now. It is a 2 point gap between you and Dusty going into next week.
A 2 point gap. Holy crap.
I was saying all broadcasts, as a racer, especially someone like Dusty, I don't really want the added stress that plays the concept, but as a broadcaster, I'm loving that gap being where it's at. You came in here, you got the pole, led the most laps, led a lap, and you were literally half a tenth off from getting the fastest lap. So I don't know if there's really anything you could have done different this race.
Oh, not at all. Definitely could have, maybe could have got that fastest lap, but Francisco was probably pushing it a little harder than I was, and took it from me. It's all right though. Uh, we're definitely going to be, focusing on getting that pole time down at Homestead and just practicing putting laps down, lap after lap after lap. I love that track because it's multi-group racing. You can run the top, middle, bottom, and it's going to be fun. It's going to be a battle. Dusty and I were talking about it now. We're going to try to give you guys a show going into it, and if we're side by side on the last lap, oh boy.
Yeah, man. One thing I gotta ask you, dude. When everyone pitted and you saw Cody stay out, were you a little worried at all, knowing what tires he was on? And the 53 only took two, so you had two guys in the front row on no tires and two tires. So, what was going through your head on that restart? Because I saw you lay back, do a really good veteran move there, kind of sat back a little bit more, didn't really jump the start, but just gave room for a mistake to happen.
So I knew the 33 in front of me was going to slow me up the most. Tyler, his left sides were still really good. They were at 98 on the left front, left rear. We were talking in our team chat. And so I knew Tyler was going to be fine on that outside line going in. But I knew that 33 on those old tires, he's going to either spin them, he's going to be slow, and he's going to hold us up. So I'm going to stay back a little bit, not be right up on his bumper. Like, the guys that I'm normally behind on restarts, like Francisco, Dusty, and all them, I know that they're going to get a good restart, so I'll stay right behind them, almost on their bumper, to be ready for the start. But if anybody else is on fresh rubber, or I'm just iffy about it, I'll back off, just in case they slip up or do anything. That way, I don't rear end them, take out my car, and cause a wreck. So that's what I was thinking about once that 33 stayed out. But I knew going in the one, whenever it got tight and sent it up, I could send it down in, put my nose where it needed to be, and get on his inside and get back around him and take the lead back.
All right, man. I'm going to do some shout outs and let these two guys, if you have any questions, ask us some questions. I think someone's watching hockey.
Yeah, somebody's enjoying some.
You got any shout outs you want to do, Skyler?
Definitely want to shout out to everybody that's a fan of the 47 out there watching tonight. I want to shout out my teammate Tyler Merritt and my buddy Francisco. We're soon to be teammates, coming here soon for Road to Pro.
Wow.
Shout out Dusty. Hell of a race coming back from what all he had to finish third. That was one hell of a finish. Even with the damaged car like that was awesome. Shout out to you guys once again for putting on the broadcast. And to Buddy Neat, still fighting cancer. Shout her out once again. It goes out to her. Other than that, man, that's it. We're ready for Homestead.
I'm just going to say the top three just kind of wowed me this race. I mean, I've never really seen a top three like this. Usually there's only one dominant driver, and everybody was fast in the top three. And I don't know what to say. I mean, I'm speechless. That was a really competitive top three. And you know what? You were the class of the field. All three of y'all were, pretty much the class of the field. And I mean, you deserve it, man. You got the pole, which you worked really hard for, and everything else, it was just hustling, And you won it.
I definitely know Francisco is very fast. I raced with him in a Sunday night league, and he gave me a run for our money at Phoenix. Him and I, every time we had a restart, we were always door to door. We were sending it in on each other. We never even made contact, but one time we doored each other and I had a 0x. And I know, Francisco, he is stupid fast. I don't know where he gets it sometimes, but it's like, holy crap. And he's getting better and better. The kid's only been on it for 7 months. So, and he's already this fast. He's getting up there. So I definitely see good things for him. Dusty too. It's like, where the hell does Dusty get his speed? Especially last week at freaking Watkins Glen. I couldn't figure that one out. I'm like, how the hell is he still with me after, getting in incidents and he ran me back down? But
Yeah.
those two guys are, they're really fast, and I know I can race them a little bit harder than normal, and some of the other guys in the league. But hopefully everybody, else in the league can get up to that par one day to where we can all race each other hard and not wreck.
Yeah. I mean, that's all I really have to say, other than go get that championship.
I'll try to.
Yeah, that's all I have to say, though.
Is that fucking...
I just joined the wrong chat room and they're swearing. Dang it. I was going to drag him down. Nothing was like, because they were asking, and I'm like, whoops. Anyways, that will conclude tonight's race, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. I won't be live again until the first week in December. We will not be racing next week because of Thanksgiving, so hopefully y'all get those stomach stuffed with some turkey, gravy, stuffing, mashed potatoes, whatever the heck y'all eat, ham, green bean casseroles. Alright, I'm gonna stop before I get too hungry.
You know what my family's making?
We don't want to know what your family's making. But y'all have a safe holidays. Try not to get trampled on during Black Friday deals. Just saying. I know they're not really in stores no more. But we'll catch y'all next time. And don't forget to tune in tomorrow night for the Cup race. We're going to decide the championship 4. And then next week, Al Corey, Andrew Kolb, Angel Hernandez, and Kevin Biggs will be fighting it out for a championship at home.